Here.
Here.
Here, everyone please rise for pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everyone please be seated. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda as proposed?
I make a motion to amend the agenda.
Okay.
I think we have too many items on the discussion items tonight. We have 14 discussion items, and we have 6 resolutions. I know Councilman Beal always talks about, he used to start meeting at 7:30, they'd be done by 9:30, and I just think we need to cut it back a little bit. So I'm recommending that we take off items 6, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
I object to those being removed. I think we can, those are meant to be introductory, and I think we can get through those relatively quickly.
I don't agree. I think they need to be taken off at this point.
Hold on for a second. Which ones are you recommending?
6, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
10, 11, 12, 13. My thought was, looking at this originally, perhaps do a time limit on each one of 10 minutes to, 10-minute max, I should say, to cap the overall time spent on discussion. That's my position.
Well, we've also talked about having a workshop for infrastructure. If you did 10, 11, 12 there, that would probably work as well, no?
I agree.
So,
Well,
Mr.
since there
Clerk,
has to be a unanimous vote, and I'm voting no, there's
no,
no
it doesn't have to be.
unanimous
It's,
vote. Yes, it does.
no, it doesn't. It's got to be majority, right? Mr. Clerk? Yeah. So can we get a roll call vote, please?
Hold on. Point of order, just a second, if I may. I just want to clarify what we're doing. So number 6, report on Wappinger Creek 9-element watershed management plan. Is somebody here to do that? I don't want to remove something.
Yeah, me.
Okay. With respect to the other ones, 10, 11, 12, and 13, if we're going to remove them from the agenda, I want to make sure we don't have folks here that are prepared to present. Because I don't know that, okay? So is anyone aware if we have any?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just restate the motion, please.
Make a motion to amend the agenda to remove items 6, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
I'm voting nay on this.
I vote remove them. I vote to remove them from this agenda.
I'll vote to remove.
Yes, I'll vote to remove them as well.
I'm voting nay.
All right, with respect to the agenda, I still would like to make a recommendation that we have a 10-minute max on discussion items tonight so that we can get to the business at hand,
I
which
agree.
is the resolutions.
I agree with that.
And I don't know if I need a resolution for that, but that's my recommendation, unless there's an objection. If we can try to fall back into the 10-minute discussions, it would be helpful.
I agree.
I agree.
The other thing we got to think about too is the time, cut-off time, because again, these meetings are going from 7 o'clock, we're starting early, to going to 11:30, 12 o'clock. We need to be a little more efficient on agenda items, so.
Well, it's not
Maybe-
uncommon, though, when we are coming off a summer schedule to have a larger agenda. I get that. But moving forward in September, I agree. I think we need to focus on trying to streamline the process a little bit. And I, with all due respect to all board members, I do appreciate the presentations. I have also made the argument that we need to cap at 10 minutes, and then sometimes we have a presentation where we have to say, hold on for a second, we need to go a little longer. So perhaps moving forward in September, if we can collectively try to put the presentations, one on the first meeting and one on the second one, rather than, doubling them up, that might help us as well.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's fine.
The other thing is I would like to have the names of the people that are putting these on the agenda. Mr. Clark, do we have the names when people put these on the agenda?
So you mean like most of it is the supervisor, and then I think you guys have
Well, can we put the names
Yeah, we had
next to
them.
it from now on, effective?
Ones, the presenters or the board?
Both.
members that support?
Board
I think
members.
Board members?
Board member and the presenters would be
Why
good.
can't you have
So we know
both?
who's presenting to us.
Well, I think if you look at the, the genesis of this, right, if a board member is putting a discussion item on, I think it's beneficial for me to know, okay, Councilman Cassell is putting on, discussing the fences at Robinson Lane, right? I think this way I can call him ahead of time and say, hey, I see the agenda, is there any information? So I think that's beneficial. However, we need to remember that the supervisor and town clerk statutorily do have the right to set the agenda. So anything that doesn't have a council member name, I always assume is either the town clerk or the supervisor has put those items on.
I don't want to assume, though.
No, but I'm saying, I appreciate your point. But
Right.
that's why we've kind of gotten away from that, because most of the items that appear are discussion items that have been put on by the supervisor.
But I think it's good for the public to know also
I don't
that
disagree.
there's names attributed to whatever's on the agenda.
Generally, I do, and the draft that I presented to the clerk had the names.
Right, I don't have the names of the presenters, but I'll make sure your name is on. And as far as,
Anybody's name,
The
yeah.
rules of the town board, the town clerk does not put anything on.
Right, but under the law, and Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, this town clerk and the town supervisor
Assemble,
collectively,
assemble.
I believe it says set the agenda, but whatever the interpretation is, I'm just clarifying that. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the supervisor and town clerk are the ones that put it together.
So basically, legally, what it is that statutorily, the supervisor is deemed to be the chairman of the town board. So he would have the same duties that a chairman would have in any meeting, which is setting the agenda and, calling motions and things of that sort. So under Robert's Rules of Order, he would act as setting the agenda. So, and, again, the town board rules have been around a long time and have been, discussed to be amended, but really haven't. And, it's an issue that, we need to get back to, from time to time, particularly in light of, electronic agendas and things of that sort. But, the board's got, a lot of things on their plate, but, basically the agenda is statutorily that of the chairman of the town board, which is the supervisor, or deputy supervisor in the absence of the supervisor.
Okay. So that being said, we had a motion to amend the agenda, so I now make a motion to approve the amended agenda.
Second.
Mr. Clerk?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Nay.
I'm going to say nay.
Okay.
And, all respect to the council, just matter of principle, moving forward, if we can, do this in a more organized fashion together, I think it'll be better than trying to remove things the night of, that's all.
Do I have a motion to acknowledge the minutes of July 18?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays or abstentions? Seeing none, the motion passed. I'm removing my comments in light of the comment to keep things short. Now we have an executive session for an interview of a candidate for the Assessment Appeals Board. Do I have a motion to enter executive session?
I'll move it. Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Seeing none, the motion passed, and hopefully we'll be back by 7:30.
This is one candidate,
One
correct?
candidate, yeah.
All right, so for the folks, this is like one interview, hopefully 10 minutes, we'll be back.